You think I listen to Britney Spears? I mean, I didn't actively listen to her, but she's hot. My sister listened to her. I just listened to it by default. You have sisters? Yeah, Bunch of Banana. It's in our normal rotation now. This is a game we regularly play. Or at least try to. Man, we are so close to having everything done. What are your needs? Come here. Grab a couple of rounds of cloth. I want you to do the same thing. Look at Warner playing some billiards. 8-ball corner pocket. Das Hibbett's fully healed. Alright, good for him. I know who she is, but one of my favorite things to do is poke Teradra's buttons. Whatever. Sure. Smooth operator. Oh man, how much cloth do we have now in here? 1107. I love it. I like it a lot. What's up, Bravo? Welcome in, buddy. It's good to see you. How are you and how are things? 1,000 raw fungus. We've got food! Oh, this is such a reassuring feeling in this game. When you know you have enough food to take care of all your colonists. Oh, we got everything done. And we got a war merchant. Yes. Can you go for the hat trick of songs I don't know? I can try. Would you like me to try? They made up their mind and they started packing. They left before the sun came up that day. An exit to eternal summer slacking. Where were they going without ever knowing the way? They drank up the wine and they got to talking. So there you go. That's a song you don't know. But now had more important things to say. And when the car broke down, they started walking. Where were they going without ever knowing the way? Anyone can see the road that they walk on is paved in gold. It's always summer, they'll never get old. They'll never get lonely. They'll never get old and gray. You can see the shadows wandering off somewhere. Not Fastball 20. You're getting Matchbox 20 and Fastball confused. It was just Fastball. You've not heard that song in a long, long time? I haven't either. That's a pretty decent cover. You're welcome. That was one of my first favorite songs when I was a little kid. Because it was such a good song. But anywho, there you go. A quarter a song. A little kid? Yeah. Fastball came out with that in 97? I want to say. I was like 12 years old, dude. It was in the late 90s. I remember when the video debuted. It debuted on like Much Music or something. I forget exactly where it was. Food drug production. You graduated high school in 2000? Yeah. If someone wants to look it up and double check, I could be wrong, but I think it was like 97, 98 when the song came out. That's when I first started to hit like my music stride. Started digging a bunch of bands and liking a bunch of stuff. I guess it's when it started affecting me like emotionally. Because I was actually starting to like take music classes and get involved in music and stuff. So it had a more profound impact on me. I'm always a sucker for rock and roll songs that had symphonies in it. So like the entire S&M album by Metallica, All American Rejects' last song, Tonight Tonight by Smashing Pumpkins, which is one of my favorite songs of all time. Bittersweet Symphony. Anything like that. It's just great. Whenever you can incorporate orchestra music with rock and roll, it's almost like it was meant to be. The All American Rejects, yep. They were instrumental in my early 2000s when I was coin collecting. I used to listen to them, Good Charlotte, and someone else when I used to coin collect. So now when I ever hear them, I think of me going through my coins and looking up stuff and everything else. Favorite song of all time, Wish You Were Here by Pink Floyd. That's a good song. Pink Floyd's one of my favorite bands of all time. But Tonight Tonight is probably one of my favorite. You were a big Good Charlotte fan? They were making music right around the same time, Brainless. What? An awful barrack. You know what? Get over it. Get over it. He's insulting Lucky Charms. Poor Lucky Charms. What did he ever do to deserve this? $1,235. A fellow numismatist. I was. I'm not much anymore. I made a really bad error because I didn't know entropy, and it really made me sad. I cleaned a coin, and I wasn't supposed to, and I didn't know. And nowadays it's an expensive coin, but back then it really wasn't that expensive. In fact, I don't even think it's that expensive nowadays. I think people just make a big deal about it. Okay, maybe it's like $500 now. Back when I got it, it was like $25. But I had a 1909 SVDB penny, and I cleaned it. And apparently it's worth about $400 to $500 now. That one's $200. Mine might have been around this. Mine was probably around this grade. It wasn't very good. That's 1919. Oh, that's not even a 1909. Rip off. 1910. 1914. Yeah, it was a 1909 SVDB. So VDB were the initials of the guy who made the wheatback art, and it was featured at the bottom of the coin on the first year of printing. Fire Fist is, it's less valuable than what it is. Just like an old gun. Or an old car. If you have an old car and all the numbers match and you haven't touched it, it's oftentimes worth more than if you restored it. It still has value after you restored it, but it loses a lot of the collector value. Coins have a lot of collector value. If you find a really, really rare coin, it doesn't matter what you did to it, it's probably worth a lot of money. Like there's a 1955 double dyed that's worth like 55 grand or 60 grand or something like that. If you cleaned one of those, it'd still be worth 50 grand. But, you know, people would frown their face at it because you cleaned it. Because it doesn't look like it's from 1955 anymore. Alright, we're in a good spot. We're very, very comfortable. What is our wealth at? Oh god, our wealth skyrocketed. No! Stop going up, wealth! Oh, yeah, we need to zap people. Where's Fire Fist is at? Zap him. He's trying to convert people. Take that 30% hit. Maybe we'll get him converted before I call it done for the night. What about a 1981 Mario coin? I don't know if that's worth anything or not. Fire Fist is. I have zero idea. Insulting spree? Why are you guys on an insulting spree? What's going on? You're insulting because you were insulted? Alright. That makes sense. We got a bunch of cloth out here that we need to bring in, guys. Maybe we should focus on that instead? Maybe? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4 trips there. Zaflin, you're great. So I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trips there. War Scar, you're pretty good. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then Lucky Charms. You're actually pretty decent too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, that should bring in most of it. Drug production. Sweet. Medicine. We need microelectronics. Alright. Let's go with plate armor. How you doing, Delirious? How do I get help to load a caravan? Because the 2 guys I send struggle, and then animals start collapsing and they sleep outside because they take so long to load. That's because you're trying to put too much on for so little people in the caravan. That's the reason why that happens. But that's just the nature of a caravan, dude. Caravans aren't very intuitive in this game. You're probably better off. So it sounds like you're putting either like a lot of one item or a million different little items on a caravan. And if you're gonna do that, you might need a couple extra people to help load it up. So you could click on somebody and add them to the caravan. And they can help, and then before they leave, you can click and remove them from the caravan. But if the animals are collapsing, then they're probably not eating. I couldn't tell you about that. That sucks. I hope you get it figured out, though. You can actually come out here and do some more. Let's get you to do 3 more. This is Stepha's. I want you to do a couple. We'll get you to do 2. But if it takes your caravan an extra day or so to get loaded, it's not a bad thing. You see random colonists are helping? I mean, that's pretty cool if they're helping. Why are you going to the door? I'll never understand this game. 143. All right, so in the morning we'll grab the last little bit, and we'll have it all brought in. Look at my trees, you guys. Look at my trees. Hey, when I bring animals into my caravan, they all start to fall asleep when exiting the map. I mean, they'll still get counted for leaving. Depending on how close you are to getting out with your pawns. That's a Das Hibbit started thing? I'm gonna turn it off. What are we missing? Oh, we got the toques made. Everyone's got toques and cowboy hats on. I like that. Parka, pants, t-shirt. I guess we can add cowboy hats. Cowboy hat. Right there. Do until you have 2. And make sure you are looking at 51 plus. Nice. Yeah, Mr. Greater Than, that makes sense. That debuff should go away. You just ate with a table. $82, $92. Wildlife? Ooh, we got wildlife. Let's go. Hunters, to your positions. There we go. Nice. So we got a little bit of things and we're good. Yeah, Mr. Greater Than, I always do 2 people per animal. So if I'm taking 4 big animals, I take 8 people. Which is why I try not to take too many people and animals to keep our caravans somewhat small, that way they're faster. What if you're taking 20 turkeys? Why are you taking 20 turkeys? You won't be doing that anymore in this, in 1.3. If you have 20 turkeys, you have a management problem. To sell for cashola? No, you're better off going to your animal auto slaughter, slaughtering those bad boys, and selling the meat. Did that change? That didn't change. That's so weird. Another pod sprout. I don't care. Meat can't carry itself. 20 turkeys worth of meat's only like 100 kilos. You can't tell me that's a lot of stuff. That's 1/3 of an elephant. You have like 60 chicks? Delirious. You gotta manage your animals, dude. Cut them out. That's way too many. That's 60 mouths you have to feed. Unless you got the capacity for it. I couldn't do it. I can barely keep 2 alive. You don't have to... Do you not use the auto slaughter? Use the auto slaughter. It's built into the game now. Super duper easy. I promise. Is auto slaughter vanilla now? Yeah. I know early to ask this question, but did you modify the raid message? I did, TJ. I did. And the reason why I snapped at Mew the other day is because 2 raids ago, someone typed !raid, and I said, don't copy that, copy and paste this one. And then after he raided, Mew's like, Teradra's gonna get mad at me, but... And he copied and pasted the stupid-ass message I told him not to copy and paste. So when he did it again yesterday, or then whatever day it was, I told him if he pasted it, I was gonna cross-ban him over all the channels that he came from, because that's blatantly disrespectful, and I'm not here for that. Don't be a dick. One thing to laugh and giggle about it in here, but it's another thing to actually go and do it and then wonder why everybody's mad at you. Ooh. Do we still have muscle parasites that we're dealing with? Yeah. Alright. Well, we gotta deal with these people. Did you hurt yourself? You're fine. Probably tend to him when you're done. We got 1,000 potatoes? Holy cow, our freezer's getting full. Maybe I shouldn't extend this out. Oh, it's that fungus gets quick. I think what I'll do is I will make a bill for vegetarian fine meals that are all fungus. That way we kind of maintain the fungus levels. Otherwise, we're just gonna completely just swallow everything. It's gonna get a mess. I think I might do that. There's a knife there. Whose knife was that? Is that Kyle's knife? Can you tend to them? What's up, Donatellas? Welcome in, buddy. It's been a while. I hope you're well. What are you up to nowadays? You're barely on Twitch? Well, it's good to see you. I like seeing you around. You gotta fix that. You gotta be on here more often. Darn it. I think I also want to cut up here. I want to cut all the way through. How am I liking Rimworld? I think Rimworld's a great game. It's just been weird to grow in the past, which we're having a hard time growing right now with it too, but I have a feeling if I stick around in it long enough, we'll get there. We'll get some like-minded, awesome people in here to hang out with us. And that's the goal. But we played some Age of Empires earlier today. That was pretty fun. What really is crazy, Halfium? How much longer do we have this forced weather? Accepted on the 12th, so it's been 8 days. We got 4 more days of rain. Where's Adele so we can set fire to the rain? Alright, plate armor has been researched. Long blades? Well, let's go with some melee builds maybe. Did I cop the Ideology DLC? I didn't buy it. But someone bought it for me. Yeah, we're playing Ideology right now. Our Ideology is tunnelers. This is our second run. Our first run was all blind, but we ended up dying. But I never done a tunneler. Even when I played regular Rimworld, I never did like a tunneling colony. We kind of peeked into the mountains a little bit because that's, you know, logic. But this is my first time like living in the mountains. Like we came right here, there was an opening, and we just kept digging. That's all we're doing is just digging. What is your mining at for Zaflin? Oh, that's right. You're still learning. Hey, but you're doing well. Well, Donatellas, we actually really like insect meat, and I'm welcoming raids. I want them to come in here and come after us. I think it'd be fun. But yeah, for sure. I'm putting doors there, that way people don't come through here willy-nilly and try to break into our stuff. I'm gonna put traps in here too. What's the best way to deal with bugs? So the best way to deal with bugs that I've heard is to put a bunch of flammable things near them and light them on fire. That way the area gets super duper hot and it cooks them and kills them. But you gotta worry about heat in the rest of your place too, though. How'd you come up with this idea for tunneling? What do you mean, this idea? Everybody and their brother does tunneling in Rimworld to some degree. You go to the mountains, you find you a mountain, you tuck into it, and you survive. It adds its own set of challenges. It makes defending a lot easier. So like you don't normally get raids coming from this side or from this side, so you're protected on two sides already. You don't have to apologize. I'm just explaining. Thing is, you'd have to set your own stuff on fire. Well, yeah. So like, it made it easier in 1.3. Even before, you could just put carpet down and burn the carpet. But like now, you can put down straw matting, hay, onto the ground and then light it on fire. Yeah, no, what I'm doing right now is not an original idea. I wish it was. We need to get these potatoes. Guys, can we get some potatoes? You don't have to do that, but haul some potatoes while you're at it. I really don't want to lose these potatoes. This is potentially like 40 meals. You're but a noob asking for forgiveness. I forgive you. I'm the best. It's debatable.